Hey guys, Llama Grant here, and welcome back to another top 10 video. It's Spoopween, and I decided to do something that fit the topic a little bit. A while ago I did a top 10 video of the top 10 things that scared the crap out of me as a kid, and since then I've decided to make another one because there are so many things that scared me as a kid. And what better time to do it than Spoopween? So, yeah, we gathered another list of things, and much like the other video, we're just gonna ramble them off, go through them. Starting off at number 10, we have the magnet from the Brave Little Toaster movie, the original movie, the first one. Not Brave Little Toaster Goes to Space and garbage, because I don't like those ones. But the magnet. As a kid, the magnet scared the ever-loving shit out of me. I thought that, even though it didn't make any sense at all, as a kid, I thought the magnet was gonna show up and fucking suck me up and fucking stick me and then fucking just take me away to some dark dimension so I can be crushed like all the cars. The Brave Little Toaster was a dark movie. It had a lot of shit in it that you wouldn't think a kid should be able to see. But I love it. I love the movie. I have the VHS from my childhood, and I have the DVD version, so I can cherish it forever. But that magnet, though, the way it just looms around, and just kind of looks intimidating, is really, really creepy. I don't know. For me as a kid, that was just scary, and I didn't want him to get me. At number 9, we have the Capicola Gang from Regular Show. It's a bit of a strange one. Nothing really scared me in Regular Show except these guys, and I don't know why. There's one specific scene, and I think it's the first one, because they appear in 2 episodes. I think it's the first episode. I'm pretty sure it is. It's the final scene of the episode after the main bear man was shot and killed. And you see his eye in the water or something, because he was on a boat. And they blew it up. But the second episode didn't scare me, by the way. It was just that one scene of the first episode really scared the hell out of me, especially with the "Don't you forget about me." I don't know why they would have chosen that song unless they knew they were gonna bring him back. Maybe they did, and it was just genius from the beginning. Don't forget about him, because he'll come back and he'll eat your children or whatever. I don't know. But for some reason that scene just scared the crap out of me, so they made it on the list. Alright, at number 8 we have the head honcho himself of every 12-year-old's nightmares back in 2012, 2014. Herobrine. Ba-ba-ba! The ultimate badass! He's gonna steal your fucking milkshake and drink it too. He was scary as hell for some reason to a lot of kids, including me. But for me, I think it was more of the unknown factor with him that scared me, not the fact that he exists, but the idea of why does he exist, what does he want, why is he screwing around with people, why is he killing people. It felt almost creepypasta like it was like an entity or some shit, and I think that's what scared a lot of people when it came to Herobrine specifically. Obviously, he's not scary at all. No one cares about him anymore. But for some reason, back then, he was He was tangling with the likes of Slender Man with how strangely popular yet creepy he was. Seven is a bit of a strange one. At least I think so. Seven is another pretty specific thing. Um, if you've been on YouTube for a while, you know PewDiePie, obviously. But he used to have a series that he called Fridays with PewDiePie. You know if you've seen it. Fridays with PewDiePie. You know it. And he would do all kinds of cool stuff on there, and I used to love watching that show. But the intro to that shit scared the fuck out of me. I'd be every time. For some reason, I was stupid as a kid, and I would always be like, "Oh, a new Friday with PewDiePie is out. I'm gonna watch it at nighttime." And I'd always get scared every time because the intro, specifically, you know, when the bro or the amnesia monster breaks down the door. I don't know. I just thought it was really scary. I don't think I had ever seen the amnesia monster in anything. I'd watched amnesia videos from PewDiePie before then, but I don't know if I saw the amnesia monster thing. I know it has some name, but I just don't know what it is. But for some reason, that intro scared the ever-loving shit out of me. It just kicking the door down and running up there, and PewDiePie screaming, and then he's like, "Fridays with PewDiePie." I don't know. It was just scary to me. Weird one. Number 6 is yet another Courage the Cowardly Dog one. If you watched my first video on things that scared me, you should know that in that video are probably the two most popular Courage the Cowardly Dog things that scared everyone, which was, you know, King Ramses and the You're Not Perfect guy. But I was scared of another thing that I don't think I've ever heard anybody else talk about, which is kind of weird to me, because I was horrified of it. And that is the vet from the Courage the Cowardly Dog episode, where it goes more in depth into Courage's backstory, and it goes into the story about his parents. Basically all the events that led up to Muriel finding him, which, you know, shows in the intro of every episode. Abandoned as a pup, he was found by Muriel. But for some reason, that vet scared the shit out of me because he seemed so psychotic and just not right in the head. And it seemed like a really dumb idea now. Not super evil, I guess, compared to other shit. I'm gonna send dogs into space. But it seemed way scarier back then for some reason. And I think I had a nightmare about him at least once after that episode because of how horrified I was by it. And then I was just appalled. I was like, this dude is taking this puppy's family and trying to send it into space. He got his comeuppance in the end. He got fucked up. But, you know, that still doesn't stop the scars remain. Number 5 is another specific one. A lot of my fears tend to be kind of specific for some reason. This does come from a creepypasta, but it's not the creepypasta itself that was scary to me. I'm talking about the Ben Drowned creepypasta, but not the creepypasta itself. The backwards Song of Healing, or Song of Unhealing, I guess, as some people call it, was one of the most bone-chilling things I had ever heard. And it's haunting. Reversed video game music in general is very scary. Sonic.exe's music is really haunting. I think I mentioned that as well in the last one of these I did. Um, just backwards video game music in general tends to be really fucking scary. Even today, I have a Halloween music playlist that I play from time to time now that's in Spoopween times. But the song of Unhealing is in there, and for some reason it's just so creepy. Majora's Mask on its own is a creepy game, a lot darker than some other Zelda games, but just when you reverse any song in that game, it just sounds so wrong. Number 4. It was 2014. Five Nights at Freddy's had just come out. It was scaring everyone. That's just how it worked. Everyone was scared. It was the new hotness. Specifically, I mean, I was jump scared by everything when I played that game. I was young and frightful. Still am. Maybe even more of a bitch now that I think about it. But back then, the thing that scared me the most about the first FNAF game was when you don't check Pirate's Cove and Foxy comes sprinting down the hallway. It's always the same thing. You don't check Pirate's Cove, so you're like, huh, maybe I should check it. And then when you pull up your camera, it's open. It's not supposed to be open. Foxy's not there. So naturally, you're like, where the fuck did he go? And you start checking all the cameras, and then you check the hallway, and this asshole is fucking sprinting down this hallway, straight Usain Bolting, and it's got footstep sounds, and it's just, and he's running down the hallway, and it's so fucking scary. For some reason, that, it's not scary to me anymore, but it's still like, as I rewatch it, I'm like, God, that sucks. Like, I don't like that still. This man straight up like fucking his fucking girlfriend called and said that she was home alone, and he was like, nah, I gotta protect Pirate Cove, matey. And she was like, I got fucking blueberry muffins, and that bitch was like, he was fucking out of there. Okay, number 3. I don't think a lot of people know this show, at least in this generation. I watched a lot of older shows and a lot of weirder shows when I was a kid. One of them being this strange little CG animated show that looking back at it, it looks fucking terrible. But it was called Mrs. Sunny Patch's Kids, I believe. And it was this show about a bunch of spiders and bugs, and they were all like a big family, and it was like kind of like a sitcom, I guess, that taught kids lessons. But there's one character in that show, and if you know what the show is, you probably already know what I'm talking about. I'm talking about the creepy ass white spider known as Spiderus. Or Spiderus. I don't remember how it's pronounced. I think it's Spiderus. This asshole is the creepiest fucking thing they could have put in the show. And the horrifying part about it is he's not really a scary character. He's more, I think, grumpy from time to time. It's been a very long time since I've watched that show. But he's not like a scary character. But his appearance is so, like, unnerving and weird. Like, he's a weird round spider guy, but he's got like a weirdly well-defined human face, and he's got sharp-ass teeth, and it's just like, no one else in the show looks like that. Everyone else is all round shapes and all like happy, bubbly, and then you got this fucking guy. He looks like Michael Myers' cousin if the mask came to life. That's not a good thing. I love Michael Myers, by the way. He's my favorite horror villain. But this is a big no. At number 2, we have something from my favorite Resident Evil game, one of my favorite childhood games growing up. I watched my stepdad play it a lot as a kid. It scared the living fuck out of me. Almost everything in that game did. But there's one thing in that game which is more horrifying than everything else in the entire series, and it is still scary to this day to me. I'm talking about the Regenerators. Those pale bastards with their horribly shaky bodies and their weird breathy sounds. Resident Evil 4 is a very, like, dark... Well, they're all dark, but Resident Evil 4 is like a darker, I guess? I don't know. But, like, the Regenerators, they suck. Not only are they hard and specific to kill in a lot of situations, but they just suck, dude. They're creepy. They're annoying. The music that plays when they're near is also, like, really fucking scary. And it's like... They are just... God, they're the worst... They're probably the worst video game enemy I've ever seen to go up against. They're just so scary, and if you don't have the specific shit, hard to kill. And it's just like bane of my fucking childhood almost. Like, I hate them so much. Before we get to number 1, I do have some honorable mentions. I have Suicide Mouse, Squidward Suicide, Been Drowned, which I already somewhat mentioned. Another strange one, The Whistle from Young Folks, the song. You know, the one that goes... I don't know, for some reason that scared me. I don't know. It doesn't scare me anymore now because I really like the song. But that's fine. And the Minecraft cave sounds that used to play whenever you got near or in a cave. Yeah, no, that's not okay. I don't know why they put that in the game. And there are new sounds in Minecraft that are just as scary. I don't know if they added them in for Halloween or what, but randomly, not even at night or anything, there'll just be a random scary sound that plays, and it jump scares the shit out of me. We finally made it to number 1. My number 1 thing that scared me the most as a kid was from a show that I did talk about, again, last video of this, which I talked about the Dough Man. It's a very similar one to that, but this one is 1,000 times scarier because while the other one was scary for the implications that it had, this one was scary just because it's fucked. I'm talking about the Blob. Look at this fucking thing. Now imagine that sliding 80 miles an hour and roaring with its face going blah, 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 and animation. Ugh! It is the single-handedly worst thing I've ever seen in any form of animation. It is so goddamn disturbing. I don't know why. Even going... It's like the walrus from Pingu for me. Going back and watching it, even now, it's like I can't begin to fathom why they would ever put that in a show meant for kids. And it's really strange that both of these situations happen in a claymation show for children. And both of them scarred me. Both of them are fucked. Both of them, I don't know why they did it. But unlike the Pingu episode, they didn't correct this one. They didn't change it in any way. They left it because it was like the 60s or whatever, and no one gave a shit. So this thing was left to roam the halls and roared and was the worst fucking thing I've ever seen. It gave me so many nightmares. Every time I saw like the intro title thing for the episode, I would always skip it because I didn't want to watch that episode. I just skipped the whole episode. I only watched it a few times because it is you have to see this. Hold on, you have to. Okay, so he starts out carving this blob because he's like an artist, right? He's just carving it. He's having a good time.
Thanks, Pokey. In place. You don't me. Fine. Full of being a me. Fun? Surprises? You can have it. Looks more like work to me. Yikes! Look behind you, Gumby. Gumby.
Yeah, no, this is just fucking look behind you, Gumby. Fucking this fucking thing. Look at this shit. Who the fuck? What? Whoever animated that, whoever came up with the episode, they need to die. They need to just burn forever in hell because what the fuck? What? You saw it, right? Like, you saw it. You fucking saw it. They saw it. You saw it. I saw it. Everyone saw it. The network saw it. And they didn't think that it needed to be changed in any form or fashion. Anyway, guys, that's about it for this video. Thanks for watching. If you liked it, make sure to hit that like button down below to show me that you did. And as always, if you haven't already, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and that notification bell so you don't miss out on any new content from the channel. I hope you liked the video. Happy Halloween to everybody watching. Yeah, be sure to stick around if you want to see more videos from the channel and more things like top 10s, 5s, or whatever if I ever decide to do more. But yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys later.